say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska's going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
Makes the catch. It's Singleton. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
How about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Fields. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll get it down to the 80-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll run it on first and goal. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes the catch. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Husker! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. positions. A quick pass to the left.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Finds his tight end. Still running at the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clemson jumps to the line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going for the big play. He caught it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Offense set on first down. Got room to work. Turning it on. And they get him down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds his man. It's Fields. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. Got enough space. Touchdown, Nebraska. Oh, but it may be in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Second down coming up. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Farrell. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's got the tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Tigers have this offense rolling.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you've got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, it's complete. On the move is the 30. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. The give to the back. Stop is made almost immediately, giving one to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him...
Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. gets it out fast. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. He wants it all. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Singleton. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
He lets it fly. Makes the grab at the 30. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 7 over Cal. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pick off to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it, they were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
Good timing on the quick out.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. It is a game of field position, and after a return like that, man, are they set up. The toss sweep to the right. Running through contact. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Husker!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. This has been all home team.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end getting vertical. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime and get a little juju going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that DN getting that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Back to pass on second down. Pulls it in. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This will likely be the last play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play.
He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Cal Bears have to find a way. Games like these, ones that are right there, the good teams dig down deep. They're up by 4 over Cal. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update. There he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Big play to start the drive. A little tougher sense. Now a crucial third down on this drive. Looking for the score. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Farrell. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. Look out, he's got room. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Clemson is quick to the line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. It's caught. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down.
On set. Ready.
They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A shot toward the end zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
That's reeled in. It's Singleton. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry-up. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He rifles one deep down the right side. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6.
Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Using the quick game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's caught. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea of trying to get this guy the ball in space. He's really, really dangerous, but that's just a better job tackling on defense for no gain.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yardage? That is a jolt of energy for the offense to get out of trouble in field position, and now all kinds of room to work. Grabbed in the middle, it's Farrell. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and that I can get them the ball and they can make something happen. He's one of those guys, and that's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Clemson! A great catch and run for 6. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Preston. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So first down will open up the final period.
Ready.
They'll send the tight end in motion. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
Here we go.
He wants to throw it. Looking to buy time. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and
fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Here comes the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Zings it complete to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Fires to the middle. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, wide receivers out there, you earn your opportunities. You make catches like that, the quarterback's going to keep coming your way.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 39. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Huskers moving quickly to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.